right? There is a whole lot to cover, and I'm not gonna just I'm not gonna spend time teaching everything, because like I said, this is an entire course in CIC, which was I asked the initial question that do we already have a skill that we can sell online? And if we don't have a skill that we can sell online, then there's really no point, right? So this class is going to take an average of say 1 hour 15 minutes or 1 hour 30 minutes. So if you guys are happy for me to take that much time, you let me know if we can stay on this call for the next 1 hour 30 minutes, or if you just want me to just give you the key details, like do this, do that, do that, do that, do that, and you go do more research on your own and all that. And I could try to move through in 30 minutes, right? Okay, so I'm just going to begin. Is Jabba on this call? I think Jabba is on this call with me. Excellent. Right. So 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 this is like my outline for this class, right? So but before I start, can somebody on this call just tell me their overall perception of LinkedIn as a platform? What do you think LinkedIn is all about? Have you had any success at all with LinkedIn? I just want somebody to share what they know about LinkedIn with me in terms of client acquisition. Have you gotten any clients on there? What have you used LinkedIn for? Have you explored LinkedIn at all in any way? So somebody, please, if you're there and you know a little bit about LinkedIn, preferably you're not a CIC student, and you can just tell me a few things that you know about LinkedIn. Anyone, please. You can just share a few things that you know about LinkedIn, and we can take it from there, right? So Opoyemi says that LinkedIn is a professional platform for me, especially for job seekers, and where one can build one's professional portfolio, where one can showcase or build one's professional portfolio. Excellent. And Opoyemi is saying that she uses LinkedIn primarily to job hunt, to get jobs and all that. Excellent. So that is the that's like the default for LinkedIn. That's what most people know about LinkedIn. That, let me just go on there, apply for jobs, right? And apart from applying for jobs, go there and also showcase my my portfolio, showcase my results, share to people milestones in my life, or milestones in my businesses or in my place of work, right? Excellent. Tim Lane says LinkedIn is a fantastic platform, not just about the money making aspect. It's a place where you get a whole lot of opportunities, right? I agree with you, Tim Lane, and I think that's really brilliant. Afolabi says that I have used LinkedIn to get a job and also to sell properties. I mean, amazing. It tells me that there are people on here who have been able to use this particular platform to get clients and also to get jobs, right? So, but today's class is going to be in the context. It's going to be in the context of freelancing. It's going to be in the context of you as an individual going on that platform, branding yourself, saying certain things about yourself, making your profile look in a certain way, and then going out there to reach out to people to work with you. And at the end of the day, they pay you in whatever currency that you desire, right? So that is what we're going to be looking at. And before I go into these strategies, right, like I mentioned at the start of this webinar, that this is a full course in the CIC Academy. This whole LinkedIn class is a full course module in the CIC Academy. And for those who are already in the course, they have access to these lessons. So let's look at what people currently do on LinkedIn, the general perception of most people, because there is this thing on LinkedIn. If everybody wants to jump on the ongoing bandwagon, so to speak, right? So people just go on LinkedIn, they sign up on LinkedIn and start posting. And we really have to be careful. People tell us and say, show up every day. You're listening to motivational speeches, videos, and we want to keep showing up every day, which is good. Everybody should try to show up every day. But if you show up every day with the wrong strategy, you're just going to get burnt out. You're going to get tired. That's what is going to happen to you, right? And you see people post on LinkedIn every day, they share posts, they talk about themselves, but there is zero income at the end of, say, 6 months period with little visibility. And when it comes to taking action, the only way we can know that we are doing the right thing is to evaluate our outcome. It's just very simple. So if you do something for 6 months, back to back for 6 months, and you're not getting anything out of it, I think that the next thing to do is to sit back and say, look, what am I doing exactly? And redefine your strategy and try to gain more understanding or gain more knowledge to fill any gaps in your strategy, right? But this is what business people who have the mindset, to go on there, add value and make money, this is what they do. Before you go on any platform at all, or before you even start talking about yourself, before you start marketing yourself and and saying people should work with you, you are this, you are that, sharing your certificates, the first thing that you need to do is to have a valuable skill. So for Afolabi, who has sold properties on LinkedIn, she didn't just go to LinkedIn to start talking about real estate. She's probably registered with real estate companies. She's probably signed up as a realtor with them. She's probably visited the properties they want to sell. She has probably gone there to take pictures of those properties. She has probably gone there to understand the geographics of that particular area, right? To understand the unique selling points of those properties. So she may have also done research on who are the people who are going to be able to afford these properties. How can I talk to them? What language will they be able to understand for them to be able to buy these properties, right? So you must have, package your offering. You must understand what you are going on there to do before you go there. But a lot of us, we just go on LinkedIn and we start talking, because our friend is also posting, they're getting likes, they're getting comments, and we get pressured to just go on there and start posting with no clear-cut strategy. Please don't do that. You're better off not doing anything than go on there and just post haphazardly, right, without a clear-cut strategy. So for somebody who has also used their LinkedIn to land a job, what they have done is to also get relevant certifications. They go on LinkedIn, they list their certifications, they connect with people in their industry, right? They attend networking events, they send targeted messages to people who can connect them to the right, hiring body or whatever. And that's how they are able to also get these jobs. So the first thing that we need to do here is to define a valuable skill, is to have a valuable skill, which was why I asked everybody on this call that, do you already have something that you can sell? Because by the time I start showing you some of these strategies, you need to be able to apply them to your own skill. And this is a run through of what we're going to be doing on LinkedIn. So if I say, for example, that I'm a copywriter, then the next thing I want to do is, what skill am I going to be selling on that platform? In other words, what solution am I bringing to the table? In other words, what problem am I going to be solving on there? Then I begin to think, my customers, who are these people? Who are these people and what keeps them awake at night? So if I'm a copywriter, I could say that my customers, they are probably founders. They are busy people. They are struggling to put out their marketing messages. They're trying to push their business and they struggle with marketing communications. How can I make their life easy? Or how can I help them, get the most out of their marketing budget? Can I help them with their emails? Can I help them with more signups? Can I help them with their website copy? Can I help them rank better? Do I have SEO competency? Can I help them, make more money in their business? Remember that you have to be able to give out before you can receive. It's an ultimate principle in life and in business. So you have to start from their point of need. I'm talking about any platform, really. LinkedIn, Fiverr, your personal relationship with people. You need to be able to give before you can receive. So it means that the first strategy that we are going to be doing is competitors analysis. Apart from your offering, you need to be able to look at the space. What are people doing on here? Remember, I told you that you have to be able to give out something. But before you start giving out, you need to understand what people are already doing in that space. What is already working in your market, right? Before you start talking about yourself. So I'm not going to go on LinkedIn now. Just sign up on LinkedIn. And the next thing I'm telling people is, I'm a copywriter. If you want me to write for you, connect with me. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Oh, I'm a freelance designer. I design logos. And the next thing you want to do is go on LinkedIn and start telling people that, look, I'm a designer, hire me. It's not going to work. So for every platform, there is a principle, there is a strategy behind those platforms. And your first job is to understand what is working, right? I teach competitors analysis. In fact, all of the lessons in the CIC, they are built on quality research, right? Because the reason a lot of people get frustrated with online business is because they work from a place of ignorance, right? They work from a place of lack of knowledge. They work from a place of guesswork. And they think that, oh, I'm a very smart person. And because I'm very smart, I can just do things my way and get results. No. If you violate certain principles, you're not going to get results. So the first thing that we need to do on here is to divine our valuable skill. So I'm going to show you the CIC secret roadmap, which is what we do in the CIC. These are fundamental principles that we apply, right, to get the results that we get in CIC. And I'm showing you this secret roadmap because if you cannot buy my course or if you cannot enroll in the CIC Academy, I want to be able to show you what you can do on your own, right? Instead of joining, WhatsApp classes that push you in so many directions. I want to arm you with these principles. I want you to be able to think for yourself. I want you to be able to get on YouTube for yourself if you have that time and know what you are looking for. That is the essence of this class. And at the end of the day, if you feel like, look, I don't want to waste time, I don't want to go on YouTube, I hear you, Jacob, I'll just come into your course, then you can do that. But basically, you need to start with your value. What value are you going to bring to the table? And the next thing is your competitors analysis, which is determine your market segment. And in the process of determining your market segment, you need to know how people are talking on there. So I already mentioned to you that we want to do competitors analysis, right? So if I go to, let me see, I think if I go to LinkedIn, for example, I can go to LinkedIn, and if I want to do some what's it called? If I want to do some, because I'm not going to go to LinkedIn and start talking. I won't do that. None of my students in the CIC will go to LinkedIn and start talking, right? So if I want to be an SEO copywriter, right, I understand how to use keyword tools. I understand how to do keyword research. I understand how to what's it called now? I understand how to brew relevant keywords, use them in my copy. I understand tags, H1 tags, H2 tags, and all that. I understand how to use long tail keywords, short tail keywords. I understand what Google looks out for when they're trying to rank a website and all of that. If I have that knowledge, and I feel that this knowledge, this skill that I have can benefit a lot of business people, can help them rank on Google, can help them improve their readership, can help them delight their readers and sell more of their product, then I can say, okay, let me see what people are doing. And then I can go to my search bar, for example, right? I can go to my search bar and say SEO copywriting, or I can say SEO copywriter on LinkedIn. And when I search for SEO copywriter on LinkedIn, it gives me if it gives me a couple of results in there, then I can say I'm looking for people. This is people, this is jobs, this is posts, this is schools, courses, events, groups, companies, services, and all of that. There's a lot of filters in here, right? If I'm looking for jobs around SEO copywriting, I can just click on jobs. I'm going to see quite a number of adverts or recommendations. These are recommendations for me in the United Kingdom, right? Junior SEO copywriter. These were suggestions in England, right? I can then look at these opportunities and apply if I want to, but I'm not looking for jobs, right? I am looking for people who are selling SEO copywriting as a service on LinkedIn, because I already have that skill. And if I already have that skill, I want to be able to offer that service to people in exchange for money. So I'm not going to click on jobs, right? I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do let me just take it back. Let me just take it backwards so that we don't get confused. So if I do SEO copywriter, I have a number of options. Then I go to people. I'm interested in people, right? If I go to that people, I have 31,000 results. It means that there are about 31,000 people at this moment who are already branding themselves, I beg your pardon, who are already branding themselves as SEO copywriter. And it means that they are helping people, businesses, entrepreneurs, companies, they are helping them to clarify their online message. And I can say, look, I want to see people in specific locations. I currently live in the United Kingdom. I can say I want to see people in my location. I can say I want to see people in the US. Now, this is 2,400 results, right, in the United Kingdom. If I want to see people, or if I want to understand the spread, how people are optimizing their profile for this competency, the United States is about 40 times the UK. So if I did the US, I'm clearly going to see a lot of results on there, right? And I can say, look, this is somebody, Carly Kazempo or whatever, copywriter plus SEO content writer, right? This is Tracy George, freelance copywriter, SEO content writer, email marketing. I'm going to share some of these things that you are seeing in here. I'm going to clarify them as we go on. So if I click on Tracy George, look at their profile. Don't forget, I already know that I want to offer SEO writing, but I'm not just going to go on LinkedIn and start talking. I need to know what people are doing first. Now, let's apply this to other competency. Let's say you're a graphics designer. How do you make use of LinkedIn? Do you just go to LinkedIn and start talking about design? No, you need to go on that search bar and put it in there, graphics designer, freelance graphics designer in the US, in the UK, Canada, in Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria, anywhere, and see what people are already doing. Now, this is what this does for you, right? If you follow this strategy, right, you would have been able to boycott a lot of guesswork. And from your day one, you can actually start seeing results. It is very possible to start seeing results from day one because of this particular route that you have taken. So Yeah, now this is Tracy George. You can see the banner on here, bringing curiosity into synchronicity through writing. I don't know what that means. I don't expect any CIC student to put this on their banner because this does not communicate anything to me, right? But you can do better, but this is a starting point. So if I want to write something on my banner as an SEO writer, I should be saying something about visibility. I don't know what synchronicity means as for somebody whose main service is SEO content writing. I'm not trying to tear anybody down, but that's something for us to think about. But you can tell that the goal of their banner is to communicate a certain message to people about their competency. So if I want to go on there and become a writer, I know that my banner should communicate something to my client. That is a free tip. You don't need to take any course to know that. Just by doing this research, you already know. You don't need to buy any course to know that your banner should say something to your prospect. So before I go on LinkedIn, I'm going to make notes that, number one, Jiri, you want to do SEO writing, right? You must have a banner that communicates what you do to your prospect. That's the first thing. Then you can see that this person says freelance copywriter, SEO content writing, email marketing, blog writing, conscious marketing. I don't know what that means, right? This person is saying that apart from SEO content writing, I offer these other services, email marketing. And you may be asking, why have they? You need to be questioning everything. And that's pretty much what we do in competitors analysis, competitors research. You question everything. You try to understand the thought process behind what you're looking at. And of course, I'm not going to review 10 profiles. I'm not going to do that. If you're not paying me to do that, I'm not going to do that for you. Right? But when you look at this, the purpose of these terms is to also improve their visibility on LinkedIn. So when somebody searches for email marketing, this person, Tracy George, will probably come up because they've been able to optimize their header for this keyword, right? And you can see what they have on here about. They have like a summary about them. And that's pretty much it, right? So this is like a starting point. Then I know that, oh, look, if I want to go on LinkedIn to start offering my I can see some people complaining they can't hear me or whatever. If you have been following what I've been saying, just to be sure I've not been talking to myself, can you please just put something in the chat? Let me know that you have been listening to me and I've not been talking into the air. Yeah, that's Rachel, Jeanette, Aisha, excellent, Jemima. I want more people to respond, please. Lekon, Afolabi, excellent, right? So excellent. So basically, what we're trying to do is that we want to know the minimum requirement to go on LinkedIn. Now, this is just a starting point. So by now, we already know that we need to have these things in place. So the next thing I'm going to do is to have my my notepad or my Google Docs or whatever and start making notes of what I need to do before I go on LinkedIn. Now let's look at other results, right? You can see that they add a header profile. They don't have any portfolio. No, I'm going to talk about that in branding. But as a starting point, right? That is what you need to do before you go on LinkedIn. If you like, you can say Lagos, Nigeria, so it doesn't look like, why am I just shouting United States, blah, blah, blah. No. There are a lot of, competent writers out there in Lagos, right? Or in Nigeria. These are profiles of people, right? And you can see the way these people are branding themselves online. So you are a newbie and you have not done this process, and you go there and you start talking, you're going to be frustrated. And these people who have done their assignment just looking at you like, okay, what are you doing? And you tell people, I've been posting every day for 9 years, no result, because you are violating the laws guiding that platform. And laws are not emotional. Principles, strategies are not emotional. If you follow them, you get results. You don't follow them, you don't get results. Simple, right? So this is Olaoluwa A, right? Copywriter, content creator, content writer, on-page SEO manager, Google Ads strategist. Now, this is what I can say on there. This person has not maximized their banner. The banner needs to say something about their service, or if you're doing authority positioning, it needs to say something about your core values, blah, 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 and all that. But you can tell that they've been able to do a lot of keyword optimization on their profile, right? And this person has some, portfolio experiences, maybe not, but that's a starting point. So let's go back to the content. So the next thing is branding. So you're a writer, you're a freelance writer, you're a copywriter, you want to go on there and offer your services. So branding is a very complex term, to be honest. And I try as much as possible not to use these terms when I'm teaching, but unfortunately I'm using it this time. Branding is very tricky. I like to just tell people what they need to do part time. Branding is a bit complex because there's a lot of dynamics at play when you use the word branding. So which is why I'm going to be referring to this secret roadmap from time to time. All of these things are pretty much components of branding, if you ask me, right? And before you go there, before you start talking on LinkedIn, branding could be that, I just want to serve SEO prospect, business owners only, and that's it. If you recall, I showed you one person's profile a couple of minutes ago. The person also said SEO copywriting, it said email marketing, and one other thing, conscious marketing or something like that, telling you that, look, I am going to serve a lot more people than SEO prospect. Now, if you determine your market segment, you are talking to business owners. I'm a coach. My market segment will be newbies, who are interested in learning copywriting and want to make money from copywriting. If I like, I can optimize my profile for different competencies. But I have discovered that if you make your profile laser focused, if you focus on one thing and then concentrate your energy on that one thing, you're more likely to achieve success than the person who is offering SEO, offering this. I'm talking about LinkedIn now. Remember that there are different rules, there are different strategies when it comes to these platforms. You can do that on Fiverr if you like and offer half many gigs. You can do that if you like. But on LinkedIn, it is better to be laser focused. So I have shown you how to do competitors research. If I were you after this call and I want to use LinkedIn, I'm going to sit down and spend good 2-3 hours on that competitors research. I'm going to look at least 100 profiles, US, Canada, UK. I'm going to see as much profiles as I can lay my eyes on to see what is already working on that platform. Right? So the next thing is branding. Do I want to focus on one competency, or do I want to say, do I want to cater to 2 competencies? Right? So you determine your ESL. Your ESL is your essential service list, right? Essential service list, SEO, product descriptions, e-commerce, blah, blah, blah. For those people who are still struggling with getting a skill, one way to do that is to master one skill at a go. So if on your ESL, you already have SEO copywriting, you have UX copywriting, you have product description, you have long sales letters, you have video script, you have brochure copywriting, you have all of these things, you can't possibly be competent at all of them in the shortest of time possible. And you are desperate to start marketing and earning. The best way to do that is to master one at a go. As long as you have one solution, you don't have to know everything to be able to make money online. And that's one of the mistakes a lot of us make. And we spend so much time procrastinating. We spend so much time in inertia, and we cannot move forward just because we're trying to know everything. Look, if you can if you can help a business owner, just get more visibility, you've done amazing stuff. It does not matter if somebody somewhere is building a gigantic website or is doing programming. It does not matter. What matters is that you have been able to deliver value, you have been able to help somebody move from point A to point B, and that's it. And that is just it, right? So you can do branding to cover more services. You can do branding to cover just one competency, right? So I hope that is clear. I really, really hope that is clear. So I'm not going to go to portfolio yet, because I still want to go back to the LinkedIn. Now, before we start, you notice that we've not started talking about marketing. We've not even started talking about what you should say, how you should say it, when you should say it, how to attract people into your inbox, stuff like that. We are not at that point yet. And the reason we are not going to that point is because we need to lay the foundation, which is what most people are not doing these days. This is what most writers or most freelancers are not doing. And I don't want you to make the same mistake, which is why I'm showing you these strategies today, right? Now, if you go back to these profiles, for example, this person has a featured post, which is good. That's a great start. But let's look at more profiles. So if I were an employer, if I were an hiring expert, and I want to hire a copywriter in Lagos, and I go to LinkedIn, this is real stuff, guys. I have had people contact me and say, they found me on LinkedIn. I have had people reach out to me to consult with them from LinkedIn. So trust me, what I'm telling you, what I'm teaching you today is real stuff. It's not jargon. It's not bobo. It's real stuff, right? So I want you to pay attention to what I'm telling you, right? There are people who package these things inside courses for you and sell to you, but this is real stuff, right? So if I want to hire somebody and I go to LinkedIn and I say, SEO copywriter, if I look at Olaoluwa's profile, Olaoluwa's profile is good. I like the keyword, whatever. I like the featured post. Today we launched G3, or the future of Nigerian African aviation. It tells me that they're doing something. They're passionate about something. But is that enough for me to hire them? Then I'm going to say, look, let me see their activities, right? Let me see the marketing expert at the particular digital marketing coordinator. And I'm going to think, is that enough for me to hire them? Probably not, right? Probably not. Then I'm going to go back and look at more profile. Let me see Ahmad Adebayor. Let me see copywriter, content marketing, journalist, SEO. If I click on this profile, right? Okay. They've got 49 followers, 45 connections. Okay, that's their profile on there. Is this enough for me to hire them? No, right? It's not enough, but then I can hire them if I want to. I can initiate a conversation with them if I want to, but is that enough? It's probably not enough. Can you see what is happening here now? We are seeing it live, right? That these things, we need to take them seriously, right? Let's see another profile, because I really like to bring the receipts when I'm teaching, so it doesn't look like we're just playing. This is another profile, digital marketer, copywriter, SEO. Now, this is a bit different from what we've been looking at. Sales training, practical sales techniques, featured, right? Right. But yeah. But you can see what is going through my head now, because I've already put myself in a position to hire somebody. And this is what everybody needs to do before they start marketing. You need to put yourself in a position of, so can you hire yourself? Once you have put up your profile and you sit back and you're like, okay, I have set up my profile. Then look at it. Can I hire me? Can I hire me? If I look at this profile, can I hire myself? So let's do more search. SEO. I'm just using SEO, really. You can use anything depending on what you want to do. So let's see Laura Smith. Let's see Laura Smith. Laura Smith, copywriter. Yeah, you can see about the about us, the previous experiences. But all of these things are not still enough, right? So I'm going to just show you my profile. Let me show you my profile. Let me show you my profile. I used to have tailored articles or featured posts, all of those things on there. So basically, after you've branded yourself and say, look, I want to become this, I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to cater to these people, then you need to show workings. You need to show proof that you are capable of helping me. If I'm going to hire you, you need to show me that, look, you're going to make my life better. That, look, I'm going to really help you. Because if you don't show me, I'm not going to be confident to come into your inbox. I'm not going to be confident to hire you, right? So you need to already show me. You need to give me quick advice. So you need to, so before you start talking and doing content marketing, you need to do some authority positioning. So if you want to offer SEO copywriting services, you can start by writing an article on, say, 10 mistakes to avoid when publishing your first blog post, or how to, just offer quick advice so that people can see that you know what you are doing, right? And if you're already in the CIC, you already know the strategy. You show, you don't tell. So you probably have left this webinar if I have spent the last 30 minutes just talking and telling you, I'm not showing you anything, I'm just telling you, you can make money, go to LinkedIn. You will leave now. You would leave. And that's the same thing with your clients. But a lot of us, we don't think about these things because we are placing so much focus on ourselves. We are so emotional. Oh, I'm going to start making money on LinkedIn. We're not facing the reality of the marketplace. We are narcissistic about these things, so to speak. We're like, oh, you should hire me. I'm the best. No, that's not how it works in real life, right? So you need to come up with quick solutions, quick benefits. How can I help the person looking at my profile immediately? What can they learn from my profile? And that is the essence of your featured articles. It could be your featured articles. It could be you could also feature your awards, something to show the prospect that I am with the right person, right? And it may look like a lot of work, but trust me, it is going to be pretty much an upfront investment. Like I always advise my students that the freelance marketing space, a lot of people are doing freelancing now. Trust me, a lot of people are there doing it, but not everybody is doing it the right way. If you want to make money from freelancing long term, then you need to spend your first, say if you start today, you need to spend your first 90 days, your first 6 months giving out, building, demonstrating competency, value, and all that before you start, saying you are this, you are that. And a lot of people brag about their online presence, and there's nothing to show for. They have nothing to. There's no income, right? There's no income. Everything they do is just shout and talk and likes and comments, but there's no money in the bank. I'm not interested in that. Pardon me for being blunt, but my students know me by now. I'm not interested in the shiny object. I'm interested in the bottom line. If what you are doing online is not making money for you, then you need to stop it and then look for new strategies to make sure that you are getting value for your time. I mean, an average person probably is going to live for, say, 70 years, so to speak. And every day counts, every hour counts. So if I spend 2 hours every day for 1 year talking and liking comments, people are liking my comments, I'm not making money. That's wasted life. So sorry to be straightforward, but that's the way it is, right? So once you do that, the next thing is to also see, highlight your experiences, what you have done, your competencies, your endorsements. If you've worked with clients before, or if you've been able to do like what's it called, volunteering, you may be asking me, oh, but Gia, I'm a newbie. Where am I supposed to get all of these things from? Where do I see all these things? You are talking this way because you've already done it and you have something to show us. How about me that I'm just starting? Okay, I hear you. Where do you get these things from? By showing people what you can do. That startup, work with that startup, help them write their about us, help them do their keyword analysis. If you don't know how to do keyword analysis, go on YouTube, how to use Google Keyword Planner, how to use free knowledge everywhere. But you need to start breaking your big goals into small tasks, into tiny things so that you can measure them. So you don't just wake up and say, I want to be this year, 2022. I want to be the best copywriter in the world. Yeah, that's good, but you need to break it down. Okay, I want to be the best SEO copywriter. Okay, you need to break it down. I need to learn how to use keyword tools. Okay, what tool exactly? Okay, I need to learn how to use Google Keyword Planner. Okay, that's fine. Now you're talking. And then I need to learn how to use this tool within the next 24 hours. Okay, how do I achieve that? Okay, I need to block out 2 hours today. No phones, no messages, nothing. I'm just going to put maybe a jazz music in the background and just bury my head or something. Okay, that's it. That's how to do it. Then you go look for that knowledge. You consume that knowledge. Then you begin to implement it. And you look. I can help you, free service if you want, or just a tiny fee. I can help you with your keyword research. I learned that you're trying to start this business. I mean, if you don't do your keyword research, if you just write random things on your website, people are not going to find you. And look, Dele, I really like you. I want you to get these things right from the start. So I'm going to offer my keyword research for you for free. I'm going to deliver your keywords in an Excel sheet, and I'm going to do this in the next 24 hours. I'm going to charge you 10K flat because we are friends. And normally I charge in dollars, but because we are friends, I'm going to start with that. And I'm like, okay, give it a shot. And you do it because you are fresh from YouTube or wherever you learned it. I'm giving you, like I said to you at the start of this webinar, I am not interested in selling my course to you today. I am interested in actually helping you to start seeing things differently, to start learning. And if you feel like, look, after this class, you feel like this guy knows his stuff and you want to come into my course, fine. But I want you to walk away with this class with the power in your hands to change your own life, with the ability to be able to sit down, shut the doors, probably not attend parties for the next couple of months, tell your friends you're not hanging out this evening, and take these things, take your destiny in your hands and change your life yourself. And these principles that I'm teaching you today, you can apply it to any business or any endeavor, right? You do that, and they're like, wow, I never thought this keyword is ranking in Nigeria. Oh, I need to contact my partner now that, look, we need to work with this keyword so that people can find us. And they pay you. And I'm like, I like your judgment. Okay, can you give me some recommendation? Can you write something about my service? And that's how you build your credibility. Simple. So if you're there and you're thinking that, how do I start all these things? I'm just giving you a simple strategy, right? And this, I'm showing you this particular person, this Daniel person. This is somebody that actually reached out to me via LinkedIn. I'm unable to pull out that message, but they reached out to me via LinkedIn. We worked with them, and they later came back and we did some other jobs for them, right? So you need to learn how these things work, understand the strategy before you go out there and start talking. And you see that we spent almost 1 hour on this call, and we've not spoken about what I need to post on Monday or Tuesday. We've not spoken about what I need to post on Friday. We've not spoken about, oh, I need to upload my certificate. Most of the things that will make you money on LinkedIn, they are offline. You have to do the dirty work. Most of the things that will not make you money, they are superficial. Oh, guys, today I just finished one course on Coursera, on Udemy. I'm happy to be certified. Those things are superficial. I mean, my students are probably used to my being blunt right now. Those things don't make you money. Those things don't make you money. Likes, comments, those things don't make you money, right? So you need to do these things, right? So the next thing in here is portfolio. So I'm going to quickly, which is part of your features, your what's it called? Your samples, your quick solutions, 10 things to avoid when publishing your first blog post, and stuff like that. Sorry. So I'm going to refer to this secret roadmap again. Your specs and portfolio. Like I was saying to you that you contact that startup, you work with them. That automatically has become one of your portfolios, your specs, right? Right. And also you have to build more samples so that when people come into your inbox and say, look, can you share with me what you have done before, blah blah. We have a simple tool that we use in the CIC to help people build their portfolio and make it appealing and all that, right? We've already talked about let's talk about this self-analysis elevator pitch, which is the part of branding. You will see something on most of those LinkedIn profiles. A lot of people are just saying, there's a one-liner. For me, because I have transitioned into mentoring and training, you can see my one-liner in there: training and marketing tips for new and aspiring copywriters. I leave it at that. if I want, I could say on my Instagram, I can give you an example of an elevator pitch that I use. So you need to do that for your writing, right? Yeah, I say I help newbies close their first 1,000 gig. That is it. That is it. Really straightforward, telling people what you can do for them. That needs to be on your profile, right? You need to have that on your profile. So if you help people gain visibility on Google, you need to put that on your profile. If you help people do this and do that, right? You're going to be able to. I can see some people already interacting with you on LinkedIn. Thank you guys, right? So you need to put that on your profile. If you help people to get more customers via email marketing, put that on your profile. Like I said, the power of one will help you achieve results quickly, right? So now let's talk about, I'm not going to talk more about portfolio. You can, do your research afterwards, right? And if you want to learn more, that's the CIC Academy. We have all of the videos in there. We have all of the modules in there. We have the assignments, we have the classes, everything already broken down for you. You just need to sit down, shut your door and focus in there, and then learn these things and then change your life. Boom, 6 months, right? So if you want the full thingy, I'm just giving you, if you don't want to come into my program, you don't want to come into the CIC Academy, and you just want to be able to do your stuff by yourself, like go on YouTube, I'm just showing you what to do so that you don't get confused, right? I'm being a nice guy. Go on YouTube, get these resources, and just do your stuff, right? So let's talk about content marketing, the favorite part, the most interesting part for most people, right? Lead generation, closing, client management, content marketing, content engagement, email outreach, automation. All of these things are part of your client's acquisition architecture, right? And you need to be able to get some of these things right in order to be able to profit from that platform. But let's start with this. I'm going to ask you a question on this call. If you are on LinkedIn and you have 30 connections and you start doing content marketing, hashtags, of course, I know hashtags will help you people to discover you. Do you think with 43 connections, do you think that you would be able to get clients? Honest answer. Remember that I'm telling you, I already mentioned at the start of this call that we are going to demystify this entire strategy. That was what I said to you in my email, that I'm going to show you everything really, basically. But this is a honest question, because I don't want you to leave this class and, you want to get shows with LinkedIn and start posting, because this is very, 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 very important. And I'm going to show you what to do, right? This is very, very important. Because if you start posting and you have just 43 people in your connection, who's going to buy? How many people? So even if you post for 1 year, you're probably going to have maybe 0.1% conversion or something, right? How many people are going to buy? So do you think that if I have 43 connections and I post every day for 1 year, do you think I will get clients? Honest answer. No, yes or no. Just give me a quick answer. Let me know if I'm going to show you this quick. Probably. I like that word, we're not ruling out the place of providence or luck, so to speak. Not likely, right? So let's not waste so much time on that. Probably not. So once you have done all of this housekeeping, you have set up your profile, you've optimized, you have your elevator pitch, you have all of these things. Then you need to consciously, of course, you can do that through automation. You need to consciously surround yourself with your potential customers. Very important. Surround yourself with potential customers. Because I'm going to tell you why. It's just like a ball and socket. If you said in your profile that you're an SEO copywriter, and you fill your milieu, your environment, your network with your classmates, right? Old Student Association, are they going to buy? They're not. But if you audit most people's LinkedIn profile, that's the case. And they tell you, look, I'm not getting results. That place is a scam. It's not true. It's not true, because people who are seeing your message, they're your competitors, they're your classmates, they're your friends. They're not going to buy, right? So you need to go back to LinkedIn. You need to go back to LinkedIn and say, who are the people who are going to be able to pay me? Then I'm going to say, okay, one of the people that will be able to pay you, they're probably marketing directors of companies. Marketing directors, these people, they have the advertising budget. They can hire. They can say, look, I want you to work on this. So I can say, if I want to do SEO copywriting for educational businesses or people in the educational industry, or I want to do SEO copywriting for people in the health industry, I can say marketing director. Guys, I'm showing you cool stuff in here, and this is very, very important, right? Marketing director, healthcare, for example. Then I go to people, right? Now, these are marketing directors. Oli Anja, marketing director at Northfield Health, Ellen Brown, Daniel Massin, James O'Shea. These are marketing officers, marketing directors. These people, they hold your budget. They have the money to hire writers because they are in the marketing. So we are trying to, because this thing is just strategy, really. So it means that if I have 5,000 connections, and these 5,000 people, they are marketing directors, I'm going to ask the question again. So if I have people like this, and I have like 5,000 of them in my network, and I post every day, I interact with them every day, blah, 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 stuff like that. Do you think I'm going to land a client anytime soon? Do you think, guys? I mean, we're just being logical here. Nobody is giving any boo-boo. This is real strategy. Do you think I'm going to land the client? That is it. Because I've been able to surround myself with people who are going to be able to consume what I have to offer. And if you omit this step, I promise you're going to struggle on LinkedIn. I'm just being factual. If you omit this step, you're going to struggle on LinkedIn, right? And this is it in here. Marketing director, because it's just straightforward. Who does the marketing? Who does the hiring? Who hires a freelance writer if not a marketing director? Yeah, you might want to also optimize for SEO, try different keywords, but like I said, you don't have a lot of time on your hands. And when it comes to marketing, you have to be able to make intelligent guesses so that you can maximize your time and your effort. So rather than be connecting to CEOs, I'd rather connect to a lot of marketing directors, right? So I can decide to start connecting with them. So I can have a calendar and say, I'm going to connect, I'm going to send a minimum of 50 connects. I'm going to answer questions much later, guys. I just want to run through this outline for those of us who are really interested in LinkedIn strategy, because we need to just cover these things quickly. So yes, marketing director, yes. So now you need to now have a calendar and say, I'm going to connect with 10 people today, 10 people every day. I'm going to connect. If you want to get quick results, like I told you at the start, it depends on how hungry are you, like how bad you want it, right? So if you connect with 50 people in a day, 50 times 30, that's how much? 5 times 30 is 150. 50 times 30 will be 1.5. That's 1,500 people in a month. So if you are able to do 100 in a day, which might not be feasible, but if you do 50, that's 1.5 in a month. And if you do that for 6 months, you would have been able to have a significant number of people in your network. Now you may be asking, when I connect with them, what is the probability that they're going to accept me? What's the probability that they're going to, accept my invite? And that takes me back to your profile. So you see that this thing that we are talking about is step by step. We're not gambling. We're not making guesses. It means that before you get to this stage, you must have done your housekeeping. Your profile is looking nice, your banner, your elevator pitch, your features, your quick solutions, your experiences, your quick recommendations. You've optimized them. And once you send this invite, these people are going to check your profile and look, who's this person? Okay, let's connect. And also your message, your message you have to personalize your invite. And this is what I'm talking about. If you go to LinkedIn, you don't just connect with people. If you want to do it, I think on mobile, so you add a note. You see, this is what most people do. Just click send, and they've sent an invite. That's not how to do it. They say send. I have tons of requests that I've not even accepted because everybody is just sending me send request. You're sending me request. Like I told you, you need to give people something. You need to show that you need to show that you are capable of helping them. You can contact anybody as long as you can contact them from the area of their needs. So you need to spend more time in your connect and say, add a note. Add a note. And say, oh, I see that you are this, you are that, you are that. I am hoping to connect with people in my blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to be, there is in the CIC course, we show you what to do with this area. We show you what to put in your personal message, how to, connect with these people. If you want to learn more about LinkedIn strategy, you can take the CIC course, particularly the elite package, and we will show you all of these strategies in there, right? But that is a way to connect with these people. So that is that about filling people in your network with valuable people who can buy your services, right? So so now lead generation, closing, and client management. Okay, let me talk about content marketing before I talk about content marketing and content engagement. So what is content marketing? Can anyone tell me what content marketing is? Your understanding of content marketing? Anyone in here? Anyone? I want 3 people. Just raise your hand. I want 3 people to tell me based on what we've discussed so far, what's your understanding on content marketing in the context of LinkedIn? Just raise your hand and I'm going to ask you to unmute your mic. I want 3 people to tell me what they understand by content marketing in the context of getting clients on LinkedIn. Just 3 people. 3 people, quickly. 3 people. You got to be bold. People. Be bold. People, be bold. Right? Excellent. So okay, I have 3 people. So I'm going to allow Opeyemi to go first. Can you please unmute your mic? Opeyemi.
Okay, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Opeyemi.
All right. Content marketing to me is like a strategic approach in which we can use to create or distribute any kind of valuable content, especially to a projected audience or a targeted audience. So I think content marketing has to do basically with just building informative content that actually like a push up or increase productivity of a certain brand or a target audience. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you for that. That's a good perspective defining. That's like pretty much a broad definition of content marketing, and that's really brilliant. Thank you, Opeyemi. Samson, can you please unmute your mic?
Good evening.
Good evening, Samson.
Good evening. My understanding is that content marketing is about how you market what you say through writing and how you can compel, persuade, or convince people to buy whatever you have in mind, or even in such a way that you don't want to buy, but you are able to work in their psychology. So it's a way of marketing through writing persuasively.
Right. Yeah, that's some interesting perspective, Samson. But I do not totally agree with your definition of content writing. I'm going to talk about that once I have the contributions from Janet and Isaac. But interesting perspective. At the end of the day, we want to be able to get people. That's the end goal, really, which I've mentioned. We want to be able to get people to buy whatever we're selling, right? Excellent. Thank you so much. Janet.
Okay. Content marketing is like a strategic way to create content so that you can lure your target audience or prospect to come to you, like through your content, whatever it is that you post, maybe video, maybe graphic or written content. And you can come to your DM and then you can post them.
Excellent. Yeah, great definition, Janet. You're already in the CIC course, so I know that you would have an idea of what content marketing is all about. Thank you. Isaac. Isaac Akwanga. Can you please unmute your mic and let us know your definition of content marketing? Hello. Hello, Isaac. Are you there? Okay, guys. So pretty much, content marketing is showing people. You're literally just showing people why they should consume your stuff, like why they should buy your services or why they should use you, right? So copywriting is the persuasion part. And when we talk about content is not just writing. Content can be video content, like can be media, right? Video content can be games, can be quiz, can be really anything. Content marketing is broad, right? Content is not just writing. Writing is a form of content. There is video ads, which is content marketing. There is skits. People use skits now to advertise. That's content marketing. So content is not just writing, right? Like I said, I try not to use all these things, but I had to use them so that we can understand what we're really doing in here. Branding, content, these things are really complex terms, right? But in the context of, that's all right, Isaac, I got you. In the context of LinkedIn, we're using writing to show people that, look, when it comes to SEO copywriting, I'm the best guy, or hire me or stuff like that. But we're not doing it in a direct way. We're not saying hire me. What we are doing in content marketing is we are what's it called now? You are trying to attract people, right? You're not directly telling them to come and you're not being desperate. You're just showing them signals that, look, I'm the right guy for this thing. Just message me. And that's why you see people come into your inbox to say, oh, I want to do this with you, or can you help us with this? Not because you've told them that they should hire you. It's not direct response, right? It's just showing your competency. And when it comes to content marketing, I have to put content engagement. LinkedIn is not just about saying, talking. You also need to engage with other people's posts on LinkedIn, right? You need to engage with their post. You need to contribute meaningfully to their post, right? So that, because once you contribute meaningfully on their post, those people, especially people who are like top influencers, right, top expert, right, so to speak, in your domain, when people look at their post, because they already have this virality already, people see their stuff, they see the comment, and once they see your valuable contribution, they're like, who is this guy? I mean, I like his contribution. Why? Then they check your profile. They check your profile because you've already done your housekeeping. They're like, this is solid. They inbox you. That's content marketing. So you can see that these things are very delicate. These things they are so subtle that if you miss them, you're going to feel like, this thing is not working. But these things are very, very, very important, and it is very, very easy to overlook them, right? So you need to, apart from posting, you need to also engage with other people and contribute meaningfully, not great post, nice post, not all of those things. You need to contribute meaningfully to show that you've got depth and people can engage with you. So if you do meaningful contribution, even if it's just 10 or 5 that you do in a day, and you do 5 every day for the next 1 year, that's a lot. That's a lot, right? Some people use, that's just LinkedIn, and this is just I'm just trying to digress now. Some people use Quora. I read of somebody, after they finish from work, every night they respond to 5 questions on Quora. They do detailed response on 5 questions on Quora every day. And that was I forgot the name of the person. That was how they built their brand, and now they make a lot of money, from content marketing. So what you post, how to post, what you should post, we cover that in the CIC. If you want to learn more about content, because I want to go to the next thing now, because I've got like we've got like 15 minutes more, and I still have a whole lot to talk about. And I don't want to bore you guys. I want you guys to leave. I want you guys to leave on time, right? So I don't want to spend so much time on content marketing. But if you want to learn more about these strategies, you want to come into the CIC, we're going to show you how to deploy these strategies. Excellent. If you're liking this class at this point, you feel like you've gotten so much value at this point, let me know. Just give me thumbs up in the chat, and I will just go to the next part, which is lead generation, closing, and client management. If you're enjoying this class, you can give me a thumbs up. Just give me a thumbs up, and I would go ahead and talk about lead generation, closing, and client management. So it looks like only Rahman. Janet. Okay, I can see more people turning up. Excellent. I don't like to waste people's time, so thank you. Catherine, you're in here. Nice to have you in class. Right, excellent. So that's that with content management, content marketing. There's a whole lot you can do in that area, right? Let me see. Yeah, so even in the secret roadmap, client management and growth, the growth component include your ability to land client, right? Yeah. I'm going to take questions if you guys want to spend more time after 6:30, right? So that's all right. Yes. In terms of lead generation, so you've got two main strategies when it comes to getting clients on LinkedIn. You can go the content marketing angle, post Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but don't forget that you must also be connecting with those people that I already mentioned, people that are going to buy your services. So that one must be running in parallel, right? You must be sending connect and personalized invites. Guys, if you send me invite with no personalization, I'm not going to accept your invite. Because there are a lot of people in this freelance market. And if you take the same attitude to the global space, you won't get clients that way, because people want to say that you're really serious about what you are doing. So you can do that, or you can go via lead generation. So how do you go about lead generation? I already identified that this is my client, people in Edu, or people who need, or people healthcare businesses. So I can decide to get their emails. I want you to listen carefully to this part of this whole thingy. Lead generation, closing, and client management. Client management is still even after you've gotten the client, right? In fact, let me put client management down here, because this is when you've already gotten the client, right? Let me even separate. Let me bring closing here. Because closing is before client management, lead generation, email outreach, automation. So we're going to talk about that together, right? So for lead generation, you need to be very, very careful with this lead generation. If you generate the wrong leads, it's going to frustrate all of your other efforts. Your email outreach, your automation, your closing, blah, 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 is going to frustrate your effort, right? So in your lead, before you do your lead generation, you need to go back to your customer avatar, define your audience, people that you want to serve, and get the right keywords for your outreach. So let's do this. I'm going to show you a simple way for lead generation on LinkedIn. I think I have an example that I have done already. Is it this one? Right. So now, if you go to LinkedIn, which I'm going to show you quickly. Let me see. Let me go to LinkedIn again on here. I hope I don't have so much tabs that I'll start confusing myself. So if I go here, I can say marketing director, healthcare. Now, because I want to, I prefer this route rather than talking every day on LinkedIn and be posting Monday to Friday. I don't have that kind of energy. So I prefer this route. Let me talk to the person that would hire me directly. And if I'm able to talk to more people, then I can accelerate, I can shorten the gap between marketing and income, right? I prefer this route. Let me reach the person directly. So if I go to marketing directors and I go to people, my profile is already optimized for healthcare. Don't forget, in my bio, I'm already serving people in healthcare. So if you are doing SEO copywriting on LinkedIn, your bio would have been optimized for SEO copywriting. And if you are serving the people in, say, software as a service, medical device companies, all those things will determine your search terms in here. So these are marketing director, different businesses. So this person is global marketing director at Viv Healthcare, right? And I have services that can benefit them, obviously, right? Because I've been able to define my profile and I know that I can add value to them. So this person is pretty much a potential client of mine. So why can't I reach out to them, right? So before I come back to this, let me show you what I have done in here. An example is Victoria Flint. This is using education industry. I'm showing you different variations so that you can see that you're unstoppable when it comes to this platform. It is whatever you want, however you want it, right? So Victoria Flint, the Education and Training Foundation. This is their website, right? And I'm using an email finder tool, Vala Nobat, right? You go to their website. If you go to their website, you already know Victoria Flint's name. Victoria Flint is the director of marketing in this particular business. Then you go to Vala Nobat. If you go there, put their domain, which I've already done in here before now. This is just a demo account. You put their, let me see, I think this is their website. You put their domain in here and you do Victoria Flint. And if you do that, which is what is already in here, it will bring out their name and you see this is their email, Victoria at this. So what this means is that instead of sending your email to instead of sending your emails to info@this.com, info at this, all these websites, all these emails, you won't get results. Now look at this here. This is my company, olajiria@elifo.com. I doubt a lot of people don't even know my personal email, right? And I've gotten a lot of cold emails on info@elifo.com. I don't check that email, maybe once in a while. But if you go to elifo.com and you know me and you're like, I want to reach this guy directly, and you go to elifo.com, I'm just showing you these things are premium information, guys, right? And you know me and you put my name in here, you would find my email, and that's it. You will find my email in here, and if you send your code email to olajiria@elifo.com, you're more likely to reach me directly, which means that you have jumped all the process of posting every day, this and that. You are concentrating your energy on getting the right person. There are a lot of people in different organizations. If you go on LinkedIn, like I already told you, if you want to learn more, you have to come into the course. If you go on LinkedIn, if you type in, oh, this, and this organization, in that organization, if you go on the company's page on LinkedIn, right? I'm trying to rush through, guys. If you go on the company's page on LinkedIn, you can also see the other employees in that company. You can see, you'll be able to find, like, say, it will tell you 75 more people in this company. And what does that tell you? You can look through the 75 more people, look through them, and you're like, oh, this person might be in charge of the advertising budget because they're like in sales. Get their name, go to the domain, put in their first and last name, get their email, send direct email to them. If you do this, if you find one Saturday and Sunday, and you buy data, and you suspend all your weekend grooving for that weekend, and you sit down, and like you're like, I die here today, and you get your Excel sheet, and you do this thing for that weekend, just sacrifice that weekend, and you have 50 solid emails, 50 targeted emails, and you do your proper outreach to them. Look, you're going to get clients, guys, because it's targeted. You're talking to the person, go. Pardon my French. You're talking to the person, go, and you're able to reach them, and you can get results from your LinkedIn outreach. But remember that before you can do that, you must have gained your competency. You must have a valuable skill. You must have done your profile optimization. Your online footprint has to show that you're not going to waste their time, right? So if you follow these strategies one layer by layer, right, brick by brick, you're going to get results. And I want to tell you guys, see, there is no other secret. Of course, if you come into the course, instead of me just telling you this way, we are going to be showing you on video, step by step, and all that. You're going to get the things. I'm trying to rush, guys. You'll be able to get all of the strategies without having to do so much guesswork. So, okay. My guys are already warning me that I should leave some information out. Okay, so yes, so at the end of the day, what's in the email outreach automation? Now, here is the point, guys. You can sit down on your computer all day and be doing this manually, or you can use automation strategies, which we also cover in the course. So if you want to learn how to automate these things, right? So instead of you sitting on your computer and doing these things, spending hours, you can come into the course to learn that, right? Closing. What's it called? I want to show you that part of the course. All right. Closing is my favorite part, which I have taught before, right? Using the straight line system, right? This is. Can everybody see my screen? This is a closing class where I talked about the believability scale. This was a real life conversation, how I closed a client to pay me $300 for 300 words content. 300 words, $300. That's literally $1 per word, right? And I shared the step-by-step conversation, and I shared some principles. And at the end of the day, the client was the one actually begging to work with me, right? I'm sharing these things with you because, yes, like I said, this closing system, I developed this system after watching The Wolf of Wall Street. Like, I'm trying to show you a particular part of the but I can't, right? So yes, so this closing system, of course, I'm not going to teach this system in this class, this is for my students. And I'm sure that if I teach it, they're probably going to send me an email and say, Jacob, what's wrong with you? Right? But guys, I want you to know that closing is an important aspect of freelancing, right? If you are not good with closing, I'm sorry for you. You may be competent, like you know how to deliver stuff, but you may not have the money to show for it. So you've done all this while, all this LinkedIn optimization strategy, and the client is now finally in your face. How do you get them to pay you what you are worth? How do you get them to actually pay you without feeling bad, without feeling guilty? How do you actually charge professionally? This is what you're going to learn. And you can see that this is a full masterclass on its own. This is 1 hour, 12 minutes. And you can see the tons of resources in this academy. This is to show you that this is not bobo. And in the course, my students are in here and you can see them talking. You get real value for your money. And if you're on this call, you've been hesitating to join this program. Let me promise you, in a couple of months, this program, we will no longer take payment anymore in Naira, because it doesn't make sense for us at the management side of things. We pay our recurrent expenses in dollars, and the Naira is not working for us, to be honest, right? And I can assure you that if you procrastinate and we upgrade the portals, we change the prices, you are going to have to come in at the new entry fee in dollars. I'm not going to announce the fee now, because that's something that we're working on behind the scene. So if you're there and you really, really want access to quality information, I'm not talking about WhatsApp classes where they share PDFs and all of those things. No. I'm talking about real stuff, right? If you want access to those things, you better come in now before you miss the train, right? Like I already told you that the purpose of this class is not to sell to you. And I got to a point where my student was even telling me this information is too much, because I really, really, really want to help people. I really want to see people, do stuff for themselves, right? Which is why we're having this class. That's the purpose of this class. And if you, the course, I don't know if my manager is on there, you can learn more about the course packages if you go to thedrejacob.com/academy. You can learn more on there. You can also contact Korede, my course manager. You can call her, or you can send a WhatsApp message to her, and you can learn about the packages, and she will be able to help you, right, to get into the course. That's Korede. That's my manager's number. You can call her. You can send a WhatsApp message to learn about the SIC packages. Of course, you can come in now, and if you come in now, you're going to get your own logins and begin your journey and upskill, right? So that's pretty much the update, right? So if you want to come in, I'm happy for you to join the CIC Academy, and I believe that you will be able to transform your life if you implement, or if you take action on these strategies that we show you, right? So I'm going to take questions now in the next couple of minutes, and I'm also going to announce something which I've already announced in my email. I'm just going to reinforce on the need for that project, right? So in the meantime, I can take your questions. You can put your questions. You can put your questions in the chat, or you can unmute your mic. You can raise your hand, and I get you to talk. Questions, guys. Questions. Questions, people. Questions. Don't be shy. Questions, people. Please is it only copywriting you offer? Well, that's what the brand is all about, really. We're teaching people how to write persuasively and to profit from that skill. But if you come into the CIC Academy, my students can bear me witness that we've actually gone beyond just teaching copywriting. We teach some of these digital marketing principles, the customer data profiling, the advanced customer research, the Facebook compliance strategies. There's so much that we have actually taught in line with digital marketing, because I'm a digital marketer myself, and I'm able to also kind of communicate some of these strategies. What about please, I'm a complete newbie. Can you explain the entire process of freelance? So I'm going to grab a video for you, which is a video from it's an orientation class that I did. So if you're new to copywriting, you will benefit from this orientation class. And in this orientation class, I defined copywriting, and I also went ahead to show you the tools that you can use to start your own business if you don't need a coach. So here is the link. That's the YouTube link in the chat. You can watch that video if you're completely new to copywriting. Excellent. Right? What about we that have digital marketing skill, Facebook conversation ad precisely? So if you have digital marketing skill, if you want to run Facebook ads for people, it's the same strategy. Go to LinkedIn, search for Facebook ads experts. Look at how they are structuring their profile. Change location to US, UK. Review different profiles and formulate your strategy, right? That's the way to go about it. Oluwaseun said he's currently taking the course using phone. What I want to know is this: can I implement same using phone? It depends on how rugged you are, really, but we always recommend a laptop for the best experience. Well done, sir. Can I combine web and finance copywriting on my profile? Yes, you can do that. You can have a slash and say web copywriting / finance copywriting / email marketing / SEO competency / conscious marketing. I learned that today. I'm going to probably do more research about conscious marketing. That's really interesting, right? My question is, when do I start sending invites for connection? Must I have articles or posts before? I recommend that you have a couple of articles. You don't have to have posts, but if you have 1 or 2 articles in your profile that demonstrate your competency, then you're good to go, right? For a beginner who wants to build portfolio in SEO content writing, is it advisable to pick topics at random and write to build portfolio? Yes, you can do that. You can also go to job portals. You can go to problogger.com and find topics and do them. You can go to fiverr.com and find projects, Upwork, and use them as test to build your portfolio. How do we position authority and good header on LinkedIn for someone who is new to the system and with academic or experience doesn't align with the skill? I am of the opinion that hiring managers usually look out for that. Okay. Like I mentioned to you, there are different ways to use LinkedIn, and these things your goal will impact on your goal will impact on. Hang on a second. Okay, your goal will inform your strategy. So you can use a simple and do your header on Canva and do a lot of things. You can use a lot of software for your header. Positioning yourself as an authority means that you need to be able to communicate the value that you offer directly and the people that you serve. So your elevator pitch will help you do that. Thanks for the rich session, sir. Oluwaseun Oyebode. My question is, if we send direct messages, email to potential clients, connections, what is the probability of such messages being treated as spam messages? That is what we also teach you in our code emailing course. We're going to teach you how to extract email, what you should put in your subject line, what you should not do in the body of your email, how you should not ask for money in the body of your email, and stuff like that. We show you what you need to learn, right? And how to do it. Secondly, is there a separate course for LinkedIn? Yes. Let me go back into the course. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you quickly. In the course, there's a separate module. A separate module for our LinkedIn, right? Can you please mute your mic if you're not talking, please?
Wow.
Thank you. Right.
Oh, serious. Shopping all the time.
So this
Oh,
one.
just see for joining any. Hey, so what is your time?
Okay, right. So the LinkedIn part of this whole thingy is here. There's Upwork course, there is Fiverr, and there's LinkedIn. So these are our LinkedIn courses, right? And you can see if you look at the length of those videos, they're not plenty talks, because I'm not interested in plenty talks, really. And that is why these videos are direct, because all the other information that you need, you can find them on Google, but these are strategies that you may not find on Google. These are separate. And the most important part of this course, you can see it, is your optimization, which is your LinkedIn optimization, and your automation, and your building your pitch list. This is where the magic is, right? And then there are more stops in we call it special bonus, but they're not really bonus. They are full-length courses, right? And this is your pitch list. You're collecting your email address, you're creating your substance of pitch, and your code emailing masterclass. These two classes, they're like game changers, right? So after you finish those foundational courses, you go in here to finish up with your clients with the strategies, really. So that's pretty much about the yes. Is it all right? Is it all right to write for different organizations using single brand? Yes, you can write for different organizations. If you're a freelancer, then you can write for different organizations, right? Is your academy an online class or offline class? Because I noticed that I grab faster offline than offline, simply because there's a lot of distraction all around me. My academy is online, right? There's no physical class, and this is an online academy. And I think that this is a time for everybody to start getting used to online tutoring. And that is where the world is moving. I mean, people even do weddings online these days. So, and there are courses, MBA courses, costing thousands of dollars, costing thousands of pounds that people do online. How much more copywriting? So, and you may say you want a physical class. If you live in Lagos, for example, you travel in the morning, you enter traffic, you attend the physical class. By the time you are done with the 3 hours class, you are tired and worn out. Then you enter traffic again. Before you know it, you've probably forgotten what you learned in that physical class. And in physical class, you cannot pause, you cannot rewind, but with an online class, you can see the platform in here, Elite Copywriting Academy. You have your own login details, you have your own custom profile, and you can take your modules whenever you like. And I mean, even if you have a 9-to-5, you're a stay-at-home mom, you have kids and all that, this will help you finish your course and gain the necessary competency that you so desire, right? So this is an online academy, and you can take the course from any part of the country. We have students from the UK, Nigeria, Egypt. We have students from different parts of the world. So I think you should not allow this physical thingy stop you from acquiring a life skill. Apart from LinkedIn, what other platforms do you recommend in making good at copywriting? Like I said, apart from LinkedIn, we have Fiverr course, we have the Upwork course in here that you can use to get clients. That's Fiverr in there. That is LinkedIn in there. Where is the Upwork? Hang on a minute. We have the Upwork course in here. Yeah, that's the Upwork, right? That you can use, right, to understand how to navigate the Upwork. You can see different strategies in here on the Upwork module, right? Blah blah blah. Very detailed. Blah blah blah. So that's it. Please, I have passion for email marketing. How can I get started? Well, you need to come into the course and learn the sales psychology, learn psychology of sales, learn the principles behind direct response writing, and from there you can begin to grow your competency in email marketing. Can you mute everyone? So I have done that. Thank you. People, please ask for a recording of this session. Tag me when you get into the CIC program. Please, sir, I need your direct contact. Please send me an invite on LinkedIn with a personalized note. If you do that, I'm going to give you my contact. I'm going to give you my UK line if you want as well. Can the videos on your academy be downloaded and watched offline, or does one need data to watch the videos always? No, you cannot download the videos. I know some people may have found a way to do that, but look, you cannot do that, right? So you need to, and that's the main reason why you have 1 year access to the platform. And we don't like to extend the access because we want people to be able to get results, take action, and then start making money from the skill. Can you tell us the current price to get into your sales straight up now? Okay. The price, oh my God, I'm really tired, to be honest. I just want to run away from this class. Right. Okay. So David, we've got 3 modules in the CIC, right? We've got the basic, we've got the premium, and we've got the elite, right? The basic package is 50,000 naira. You can pay in 2 installments. Right. So the basic, oh God. The basic package is 50K, right? David, listen to me. These people are distracting me. The basic package is 50K, right? But you can pay in 2 installments. You can pay 30K first, and after 30 days, you pay 20K, right? That's for the basic package. And the basic package is just our modules on copywriting, module 2, module 3, module 4, module 5, where we teach different kinds of skills, landing page copywriting, direct response copywriting, sales letters, product descriptions, and all that, right? The basic package is for people who are not interested in landing clients, or they already know how to land clients, and they just want to understand copywriting, or for business people who want to be able to understand how sales work and they want to promote their own business. And also, when they are hiring people like social media manager, copywriter, they know what to look out for. They know the right questions to ask people during interviews, right? So that's what the basic package is for, pretty much. And 50K, and that's after the discount. Anyways, 50K, the installment 30/20, right? 1 second, please. So I'm just going to grab the payment details for those who are already reaching out, so that you can jump right in. And where's the okay. So that's for the basic package, right? Can you show me this? Help desk. Okay, guys, that's for the basic package anyways. Then for the premium has our modules, right? The modules, the Fiverr, the Upwork, right? That's the premium, and the premium package is 75,000 naira. You would have access to all of these modules, 4, 5, 6, and you have access to our Upwork, have access to our Fiverr. But in the premium cost, you do not have access to our LinkedIn class. No access to the LinkedIn class, no access to module 6, which is our branding. Beg your pardon. You don't have access to our branding, our module 6. You don't have access to our special bonus and recordings. You don't have access to that. The elite package is 100,000 naira after discount. The official price is 200K, but after discount it is 100K. And with the elite package, you have access to everything on here. You also have access to our recordings. When we do webinars, right, like this one, you have exclusive access to our recording, right? Corridor is in there, and that's Corridor's number, which is my cost manager. You can reach out to her on WhatsApp, you can call her and get into the program after this class. Okay, people. Yes. The elite package is a combination of everything, right? You know, if you take the elite package and that's you're sorted. So The elite package covers everything in basic, premium, the modules, the client acquisition, everything in there. You have access to our Fiverr calendar, our implementation calendar, what you do from day 1 to day 30, once you open your Fiverr account. All of these materials are in the elite package, right? Some of us have busy schedules and may not meet up before the 1 year expiration. I think that 1 year is a lot of time. To be honest, I feel that 1 year is a lot of time. But if you have issues with completing your course and you've got any challenges, you can send an email to helpdesk@eliteful.com. If you are already a student, helpdesk@eliteful.com, and we will look into your specific circumstances, right? What's the difference between these packages? Like, yes, you can start from the elite package, right? So are there any more questions, people? Are there any more questions? So that we can take them and we can wrap up this class, right? If you're not interested in Upwork and Fiverr, if you're not interested in our LinkedIn class, you can then just enroll for our basic package, people. If you're not interested in that, I wouldn't know why you would not be interested in these strategies. I know that there are a lot of people offering Upwork class on the internet, but if you followed my teaching, then you will see that I teach principles, right? I teach strategies. I don't teach surface level. If you want surface level teaching, you can buy Upwork course online. You can join WhatsApp classes. But if you want real stuff, right? I'm your guy, right? Do you receive emails with the same email you send us? I mean, can I reply to those emails and you receive them? Yes, Isaac, if you reply any of those emails that you get from me, you would be able to reach out to me directly and I would reply your emails, right? So guys, that's it. If you've got any questions, you let me know. And if you've gotten value from this class, please say a word, go to our Instagram, and where's the post gone? Go to our Instagram and say 1 or 2 things about this class. Thank you, guys. Please, people, go to that particular page and say a few things about the class, because I have just been able to show you a detailed strategy roadmap on how to earn 7 figures or as a copywriter on LinkedIn. People, please leave us a feedback. We thrive on this feedback as a growing brand, and so that you can motivate us to have more sessions like this in the not so distant future, right? So lastly, guys, if you received my emails a couple of days ago, I shared with you the upcoming webinar. There's another webinar, right, next Saturday. Like I mentioned in my email, for this July, I'm not going to be sending regular emails as I've always done, right? And that's about to change because I'm trying to separate my list right now and start talking to people who are really interested in my stuff, right? So if you receive that email, please, and you're interested, take the action that I've asked you to take if you want to be on a favorite list. And also in my next webinar, which is going to happen next Saturday, I'm going to be talking about, some principles, right? What you need to know to be successful in freelance writing. Now, that class is not going to be like this one. That class is going to be about the mindset secret, the strategies, the raw marketing strategies. And in my book, I'm going to be reading a part of my book in that particular class, right? I'm going to be sharing with you a portion of my book, the Marketing Secrets Playbook. And if you are interested in that book, when it comes out, you need to join the wait list in that email that I sent to you guys. So that's the book on there. This book is going to go live in a couple of weeks. And if you are interested in this book, this is literally a documentation of the strategies that I have used in my freelance career over the last 7 years. These are the tips and secrets that I've used to generate over $500,000 for myself, right? So if you get this book, if you buy this book when it comes out, trust me, you are going to be able to crush anything. You will be able to, you will literally be several steps ahead of your contemporaries in the freelance marketing space. And I tell you what, people who despise knowledge, they never really go far. right? Because at the end of the day, your information, your knowledge, determines your output, right? So I want you to join this wait list if you are interested. If you want to take advantage of the early bird discount, you need to get on this wait list if you are interested in this book. So the webinar next week, Saturday, I want you to be there so that we can talk more about some of the mindset secrets, some of the mindset strategies that you are right. You can join that class so that we can talk more about the mindset acts that you need to succeed in this challenging material world, right? So guys, people, reach out to my course manager if you want to come into the CIC, and please leave us a feedback on the on Instagram. Please leave us a feedback, and so that people can see that we're doing an amazing job at not only teaching copywriting, but helping people to redefine their mindset and attract more luck into their lives, right? That's very, 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 very important. So 5 minutes to 7, we've spent almost 2 hours on this call, and I want to appreciate everybody for staying on this call with me to this time. I want to appreciate you for your time, and I will see you on Saturday. Go in that email that I sent to you, register for that class, because that class is going to be fire, and I want you to be there, right? So as a last call, if you have one more question, I'll just take and I will bow out. Any more questions, people? If there are no questions, good to go, and I will end the class, right? Good to go. Just put in the chat, good to go, and I would round up this class. People. Good to go. Are you good to go? Excellent. If you have more questions, Morgan, people have already started typing good to go. If you have more questions, send me an email, connect with me on LinkedIn, or contact my course manager, and she would help you. All right. Good to go. See you next time, and enjoy the rest of your weekend, people.